On my way to Mohawk, it's gonna be a tight one. It says I arrived there at 9:33. Post time for Unbeatable Kemp is 9:55. They're gonna be a little bit late at Mohawk, and I need to be a little bit early, and that's possible. It's possible. No guarantees, though. I mean, if I get held up at the border, if there's traffic at the border, if I catch traffic here, you're talking about a large window that is 5 hours long that anything can go wrong in. So, who knows? I'm going to do the best I can. As of right now, I think it's doable. If everything on my screen, my maps, is correct, I believe we can make it. We'll see. And there's a rock. From the track. Decent day at the Meadows. Obviously, I sent you guys a pretty in-depth video about what took place, the pros, the cons, what took place, I guess the ups and downs of what took place this morning. A few little standouts, obviously, this morning. I still am floored. I don't know where that mile came from with Fashion Presidente, and listen, I'm super happy to see it. I just want, every so often, listen, we have so many babies, it's going to happen. It's going to happen tomorrow. It's going to happen on Saturday. Some good, some bad. There's going to be that one or two that you're like, wow. And Fashion Presidente was definitely that horse day. I was super happy with Sister Solange. I told you guys 3 weeks ago that this was the plan. Get her over here, shake her up, get her back eating, get her feeling good, and try to find the horse that was present January, February, March training down. Now she's not there. But when I look at the timeline, probably start the Stallion series, I think, anyway. But when I look at her timeline, it looks very doable. Very doable now. So, hopefully a speedy recovery to Lauren. I believe, Cindy was taking, Lauren or Cindy, I'm not sure, was taking care of Sister Solange and doing a good job of it. So, either way, speedy recovery to Lauren. Hopefully she's back soon. Today, I got here just in time to drive Donat over. I told Tim, just the way the race shook up, it's the old two friends and a stranger trick. You had a stable entry on the front, a guy in the two-hole, other side of the stable entry comes first over to the front. I'm sitting fourth. No thanks, I'm good. I just didn't think it was the right move to make with Donat over. They can race him however they want, but to come first over, I've seen him make breaks in the last turn, get out of gear in the last turn. I would have to tackle the second, virtually one of the favorites, to beat the favorite that was sitting in the two-hole. I just didn't like my chances, so I stayed in. He raced good. Finished fifth. I was happy with him. I think Tim was. And then we went to Dustin Hanover. Now, I told you guys I don't want him on the front end, but I don't want to get away last. I looked left leaving the gate. Not a lot of vacancy in there. Not a lot of empty spaces in the lot. So at that very moment, I had one of two options I had to take. Push to the front, which I knew I could get there, just on the fact that he's bet down, and the way the race was shaping up. It wasn't like they were blazing into the turn. I figured I could get there. I didn't really want to. I thought, I'm not taking him back to ninth. I have zero interest in that. I didn't drive 5 hours, regardless of how much we want to, prep him and bring him along slowly and develop him the way I said we wanted to. I didn't come 5 hours to sit ninth, and that wasn't going to happen. So I let him accelerate forward. I took another look left. Nothing was going on there. I just continued on to the front. I figured I'd make front. If I tapped the brakes, Jeremy Inhofe would come back out, or somebody would come, and that's exactly what happened. Now, a lot of people are going to look at that race and say, I don't think he's a good horse. I guess if you're going to look through the lens of right now today, you can make that argument. Yes, we paid a lot of money.
Hazard reported ahead.
Thank you. Yes, we paid a lot of money for Dustin Hanover, but I do think there's a good horse in there. I told you guys he's really underweight, and that bumpiness, he's getting better at it. And I guess that's hard for you to understand. So when trotters put steps in, they usually throttle back when they do it. You'd love them to get better. And as he puts weight on, there's nothing saying this horse won't. He only needs a very small amount of room to clear behind you. That roughness you see down the backstretch and down the lane is him just brushing his shins. Well, he's a paper plane right now. We're going to try and turn him into a blimp. And as we do that, as we get him to fill out, I think there's a very good possibility that he won't hit those shins, or at least not to the point where it'd be a big deal. So when it comes to Dustin Hanover, yes, I'll be the first to admit he's not the Sire Stakes horse or the Stallion Series horse I thought we could turn around quickly. but trust me when I tell you, there's a horse in there, and Dustin Hanover will come along just fine. We're always after good horses, and we would like them to turn into good horses as soon as we get them. But unfortunately, it doesn't work that way sometimes. The good news is, as I said, I believe there is a nice horse in there. There's something to work with, and something that we can move forward with. So that is that. Third place from him tonight out of the 9-hole, parked all the way, well past the quarter pole to get to the lead, relinquished it, followed along, and trotted through the wire. So that's the foundation of having a useful horse, and he's already there. So with that, I'll let you guys go. I'm on my way to Ontario. Hopefully we can get there for Unbeatable Kemp race number 9. Good luck to everybody. Take care.